Welcome back to Cogeco News. We are in the Your TV studio, and it's a very special time because we have Leeann Noel of Century 21 of Realty Insight, and you have brought along a special guest.
A very special guest with me, yes.
This is Heipel, the president of the North Bay Real Estate Board, and we get to pick both of your brains today concerning the local real estate market. So thank you both for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. We know that municipal election is behind us, and that's one reason why you're here today is to discuss how the results of the election may affect the local real estate market. How can you elaborate on that for us?
Well, it's exciting first and foremost, right? We've got a lot of new faces on council, so it goes to show that we're looking for some change in the city, right? So moving forward, it's a question of tackling a lot of the local issues that we have ongoing, but it's also about continuing to grow and promote our city. We've seen through the pandemic a lot of people relocate to North Bay. Mm-hmm. So we need to continue to invest in our city to grow this city and really capitalize on what we've got going now. So in addition to obviously tackle some of the local issues that are ongoing.
And we're going to get into some potential changes to bylaws in a little bit that might affect that. Mm-hmm. But first I wanted to ask Leeann about a bylaw that has been changed concerning Airbnbs and short-term rentals.
Yes, the short-term rentals.
What's your focus on that?
Well, what's great is I spoke to a wonderful contact at the city. Her name is Beverly Hillier. She's the manager of planning and building services, and we discussed this short-term rental bylaw that was passed in August 2022. This regulates where short-term rentals are permitted with a license. There are three types of classifications. The first one being the principal dwelling unit with a partial unit rental. Second is the principal dwelling unit, entire unit rental. And the third is the non-principal dwelling unit rental.
And what does this all mean for potential buyers or sellers of the market?
Well, essentially, if you're looking to invest and have that investment property, the options are available in your C1 zoning and your C7 zoning. So the C1 is the downtown core. C7 is your commercial and tourist zoning. So this allows for the non-principal dwelling units to have short-term rentals, but that license needs to be in place.
Are you seeing an influx of short-term rentals in the area?
We absolutely did, yes.
For sure, yes, cottage season, you know, the cottage country itself, that's slowly been migrating north. So a lot of people with the increased sale prices in real estate are using that income to offset the carrying costs.
Yeah, exactly. But now this license has to be in place, which you have to submit an application. That's reviewed internally in the city. Once that passes the analysis, then a city employee will visit the unit, visit the dwelling for the inspection. Once that's complete, the license is issued. The city is hoping that timeline will take approximately a month. Now, of course, there's fees associated to this license, but those fees have not yet been determined. The city is aiming for January 1st, 2023 startup.
And this is on the municipal level. Shifting focus to the provincial level, Ryan, and this legislation is looking at kind of opening up the market for new developments of homes. What's your take on this approach by the government to try to really get more homes built faster?
So this is actually the third housing bill over the last 5 years that Ford's government's put into place. So there's a lot of things that this is trying to accomplish, and it's really just speeding up development. So one of those would be waiving developmental fees, which we in North Bay right now, we sort of have a hiatus on those. So it's just something that if they're mandating, obviously we can't bring in moving forward. Developmental fees are important in the sense that we generate money to bring in infrastructure. So if we're not securing that income as a city, we have to look at other ways to generate that. Now, we could also lean provincially, federally for some help in helping to fund these projects moving forward. There's also the notion of trying to expedite development in single-family zoned areas and allowing for multifamily developments to happen. So duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes. Beyond that, there's always the notion of NIMBY. And NIMBY is basically not in my backyard. We get a lot of that where people are very supportive of these ideas. But then when push comes to shove, they say, well, we like it.
Once they see a bulldozer, they're not too much in favor of it?
Exactly. A prime example of that would be the old Schollard hospital site, right? It's been sitting empty for a while, so there's been no development there. So they're just trying to eliminate some of that red tape and really fast track these things so they can get off the ground. housing has become a huge problem, affordability. So not only locally, we've seen it through the pandemic.
Yeah.
Our average sale prices increased substantially.
Yes.
And it's not just here in North Bay, it's province-wide and nationwide,
Across
right?
country, yes.
Appreciate you coming in, Ryan, sharing your expertise.
Yes,
Yes,
of course.
thank you.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you.
Leanne, DIY next time.
Next
It's all
time.
about fixing things up to perhaps get a house show ready.
Yeah, you will get your home ready to sell. Absolutely. We're going to have some thrifty DIY fix-ups for you.